PK in the universe here. And this is my year in review. It's been a pretty good year, honestly. I mean, I started out the year pretty strong with that PlayStation 3 video. You know, it became the most popular video ever at the time. And then I ended the year pretty well. I made a video about Ninja Turtles. And that video is the most popular video on my channel. So I've made two absolute banger videos in 1 year. All at the beginning of the year and all at the end of the year. And the weird consistency of those videos is that I was sick actually when I made both of them, honestly. I was really sick when I made the PS3 video. Holy cow, you can just tell it in my voice. I don't know what I was thinking even filming that, but obviously it paid off in spades. My channel got monetized in May of 2023, but I didn't actually get my first payout till January of 2024. So that was pretty exciting to get my first payout. And obviously these videos did pretty well. So yeah, I think I made like $600 or something on YouTube, which, you know, isn't a big deal. It's not life-changing money or anything, but it's amazing that it happened, honestly, you know. I've been making YouTube videos for 11 years. I mean, I've probably been trying for maybe 3 or 4 of those years. And I've taken breaks, I've taken hiatuses. But lately, I just, you know, haven't been focused too much on YouTube. I got a new job recently, and so that's taken up a lot of my time. And the hours are crazy, and it's made me realize what's really important in life. I'll tell you that much. It's made me realize, hey, YouTube maybe isn't that important after all. Maybe there's some other things in life that are just a little more important. So I've been doing a lot of that. You know, I just recently started this job. I wouldn't say anything along the lines of, oh man, I'm quitting YouTube. I'm all done with YouTube. To heck with YouTube. But I'm having fun with YouTube still, but I don't see it as big a priority as it once was, for sure. I'm going to continue the podcast with Marceau. We'll get around to getting that next episode out. We've been both pretty busy with the holiday season and everything that happened before that. And he was working a bunch of hours, you know, so the Buddy Yellick and the Marceau convo, Buddy and Marceau convo. Yeah, I mean, we're going to get it out when we get it out. Him and I both played the same game. We played Felix the Cat recently, and we both had fun with that, you know, and we'll talk about that on our podcast. And I played it on original hardware, and he played it on the PS4. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I have not played it on the PS4, so, you know, I haven't gotten any trophies or anything, but it's a game I've owned for quite a few years. You know? Yeah, there was a lot of ups and downs. The Evercade stuff, you know, I had a plan, I had a vision, you know, originally the year before is I was going to actually review some Evercade games, and I just didn't do it. I just didn't have the time or the energy or a lot of things, and honestly, this was a weird year. I only bought 2 Evercade games this year. And personally, I don't think I will buy any more for a while, if ever, honestly. I don't know. I just don't see the point of it anymore. It's not that, oh, I'm against Evercade, but I'm not really supporting Evercade in any way, shape, or form anymore, which might piss some people off who subscribe to me, and I totally understand that. But at the end of the day, I've also said in countless videos, Evercade could go out of business tomorrow. Blaze could, you know, be bought out by a game company or something and go out of business, and there's nothing really you could do about it. But at the end of the day, it was all about the games. It's always been about the games themselves. You know, a game like Good Boy Galaxy, a game like Deadius, you know, which are games that exist on other platforms, obviously, you know, like Game Boy and Game Boy Advance and all that. But, you know, it was nice that you could buy them on Evercade for cheap. And that's why I did, because a lot of times there wasn't necessarily a ready digital version, you know, like, for example, Lunar Journey on Game Boy. For the longest time, Evercade was literally the only cheap way you could get it. Now you could buy it digitally. In fact, I did buy it digitally just to support the creators of that. You know, and I think that's kind of what I'm thinking more doing going forward is supporting indie devs more directly instead of buying games on Evercade, you know, because that doesn't really support them directly. It's like they've already got paid for those cartridges. At the end of the day, they got some kind of payment. I'd rather just, you know, go buy the ROM if that's an option, but isn't it always the option? That's not always an option. For example, what was that collection? The new one that came out, it's got Metal Dragon and Life on Mars. Yeah, you can't buy those games digitally anywhere. So Evercade was an option for me. So that's like the last one I bought. This Ninja Turtles video was an absolute blessing and a curse. You know, I could die happy knowing that I made a video about Ninja Turtles, which is one of my favorite games I played when I was a kid. I've always wanted to make a video about Ninja Turtles 2 that did well, and that video did well, and I'm so happy with it. But I'd be lying if I didn't say, to some extent, that video, I don't want to say broke my brain. I don't want to be dramatic about this, but that's kind of, yeah, what it kind of did to an extent. It got me to the point where it's like I didn't even want to look at YouTube Studio ever again, you know. Even I didn't even want to respond to the comments that I did like anymore. I got to that point with YouTube. You know, it just kept getting more and more absurd. And you know what the strange thing is? That how people interpret things. You have to come to terms with the fact that you cannot control how people interpret everything you say. It's just nuts. I think about all the weird comments I got on that video. I think about how the people who really hyper-focused on the whole, are there still sit-down Pizza Huts? Yes, there are. I actually showed one in the video, which nobody noticed. Nobody would notice something like that I showed actually a current modern sit-down Pizza Hut. It's called the Pizza Hut Classics. Yes, they still do exist. There are like 500 in the United States, but they are not the norm. Now, there are hybrid ones that are, it's a Pizza Hut Express, but there's some seating or whatever. Yes, those still exist. That's not what I was saying. I was not saying Pizza Huts, sit-down Pizza Huts don't exist. What I was saying is Pizza Hut every Pizza Hut used to be a sit-down Pizza Hut. And that's not the case anymore, which was the point I was trying to make. And people got it twisted. That was like, they like hyper-focused on one thing and they were like, well, that's all you got, or the title. Some people really misinterpreted the title, even though I got on the video and explained it so clearly and perfectly, but some people still were like, it's not unplayable. None of your points made it that it was unplayable. And it's like, I never said it was unplayable for me or for you. You know what I said it was unplayable for? People my son's age, you know? It's a hard game. That's all I was saying. It's not something he can play from start to finish, okay? And there were so many people that also confused the fact that I was speaking about myself in a past tense. I was talking about how I didn't really understand how to play the game, I guess, at the time. About like, yes, I am very aware of how hitting A and B at the same time does the attack that basically, you know, it basically kills the bad guy in one shot, you know, this foot soldier or whatever. Yes, I'm totally aware of that. How did people interpret it that way? I went back and watched the video and I still didn't understand why people were giving me tips on how to play my own favorite game. You know, and all I can figure is at some point they get to a part in the video and they stop at that point and they leave their comment and then just go away. That's all I can think is happening. But you know what? Sure, people misunderstood and misinterpreted my video. But at the end of the day, you know what? That's not my problem. That's nothing I can do about it. I can't fix people's comprehension. I can't help people to understand. You know, at the end of the day, I made that video because I wanted people to be interested in what I had to say and be intrigued. That's why you create a thumbnail and a title to, you know, create intrigue. And when at the end of the day, at the end of the video, I wanted people to share their memories of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to the arcade game on the NES. That's what I wanted from that video. And that's what I got for the most part. I got a lot of people to do that, and that was great. That's one of the best parts of it all, is when people actually share their experiences with you. You know, we have this common link, and that means something. That matters to me. I think that's so cool. I'm really glad I made that video, and I would not do that video any differently. I would not. And even though because people are always going to misinterpret and misunderstand you. That's just how life goes. People get things twisted. And that's just how it goes, and there's nothing you can do about it. A good buddy of mine, Humble Mud, even he said, like, you know, he got a lot of views on a couple of videos, and he said after a while you just have to let go. You just have to break away, and, you know, maybe answer the comments that you really want to answer and not worry about it. My buddy Marceau said the same thing. Even he said, just answer the comments you want. It's just for fun, dude. At the end of the day, sure, you're making a little extra scratch, but who cares? This isn't life-changing money. I'm not here to get big on YouTube. I never have been. I've only ever wanted to make videos that people liked. And a lot of views shows that people saw a video and were interested. It's nice to be, you know, what's the word? I can't totally articulate it right now, but yeah, just it's nice that people care about what I do. And that means a lot to me. I think going forward, yeah, I'm just not going to be making a ton of videos for a while. And it's because I'm really busy. I got more important things going on in life right now. You know, there's a lot of YouTubers over the years who I've seen just kind of drift away from YouTube. And I always wondered, would I be one of those people someday? I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I'm quitting because I don't have an answer to that. But I've seen a lot of friends, you know, my friend Joe of Joe Goes Retro, you know, he just kind of drifted away from YouTube. He hasn't made anything in over 4 years. Daria Plays RPGs. She made a video that she said she was going to make more videos and then never made one again. And you know what? A lot of people do that. And you know what I think? I think a lot of people find something better and something that's more worth their time. And that's why they stop. And I don't blame them. Because I've felt the same way many times where I'm like, you know what? There's better things out there. But anyways, I think overall, yeah, this is the best year I've ever had on YouTube. But I've also been more happier with my life, I think, overall. And I'm looking forward to the future, and the future looks bright. This is my year in review. Overall, yeah, this is an A+ year. Will I continue forward the way I am? Probably not. I would like to make another video about the NES. I want to talk about the NES in my next video because a lot of people have been talking about the NES, and I have my own unique thoughts and I want to express. So overall, it was a great year, and thank you for coming on this journey and being a part of my YouTube channel and my experience with it. Thank you all so much for watching, and stay awesome in this universe. Later.